Welcome to Hello Cantonese. Here's the series of Cantonese lesson for beginners.
In lesson 16, we are going to talk about the usage of modal verb 會 and the speech marker 話. After that, we'll have the sentence conjunction 不如. And finally, we'll talk about the sentence final particle 和. Here is the first sample sentence of today. 今日晏晝會落雨. In previous lessons, we have talked about adding particle after verbs to show different aspects. Like, for the ongoing progress, we can add 緊 after the verb. And for perfect aspect, we can add 咗 after the verb. Now we are going to talk about the future aspect. To express future aspect, we can add modal verb 會 in front of the verb or verb phrase. 會 is the modal verb that indicating future actions or predictions. For example, in this sample sentence, 落雨 is the verb phrase, means to rain, and 會 is the modal verb add before 落雨. So 會落雨 means will rain. When will it rain? 今日晏晝. 今日 means today, and 晏晝 is afternoon. So 今日晏晝會落雨 means it will rain in the afternoon. So the word 會 is a future aspect marker. Let's see one more example. 我聽日會搭地鐵返工. In this sentence, we have 搭地鐵返工 as the verb phrase. 搭地鐵 means to take MTR, and 返工 means to go to work. 搭地鐵返工 take MTR to go to work. And add 會 in front of the verb phrase. 會搭地鐵返工 means will take MTR to go to work. And because it's a future action, so the time is tomorrow in the sentence. 聽日 and 我 is the subject, or we can say topic. 我聽日會搭地鐵返工 means I will take the MTR to go to work tomorrow. Besides to mark the future action, we also can use to describe a typical behavior, everyday habit, or probable situation. For example, in this sentence, 我每日都會飲一杯咖啡. 會 is the modal verb, and 我 is the topic, I. 每日 means every day. And after that, we have the adverb 都 means both or also. And the action is 飲一杯咖啡. 飲 means to drink. 一杯咖啡 a cup of coffee. 我每日都會飲一杯咖啡. I will have a cup of coffee every day. Here is not talking about future action. It's talking about the daily habits that we have. So in this situation, we will also use 會 to mark it. And one more example. 呢個時間地鐵站會好多人. Okay, we have the modal verb 會 in the sentence. And the topic is 呢個時間. 呢個時間 means now in this time. And 地鐵站 is MTR station. 好多人 means many people. 呢個時間地鐵站會好多人 means the MTR station is usually crowded at this time. So in this case, it's talking about a probable situation. Okay, so 會 in spoken Cantonese mainly has two functions. They are very similar. The first function is used to mark future action or prediction, And then the second function is used to describe a typical behavior or probable situation. That's the common function of 會 in spoken Cantonese. Okay, here's the second sample sentence of today. 天文台話今晚會掛8號風球. In this sentence, we will talk about the word 話. 話 originally is a verb, means to say, and in this sentence, we use it as a speech marker to show reported speech or direct speech. In simple sentence is a reported speech. We can see for reported speech, we will have the source of the information that attained before 話. And after 話 is the sentence that giving information. For reported speech, the information sentence will directly add after 話. And for direct speech, first we have to add colon after 話. And add a pair of quotation marks at the very beginning of the information sentence and at the end of the information sentence. Okay, come back to the reported speech. 天文台話今晚會掛3號風球. First, we'll have the source is 天文台, the observatory. And then after 話 is the information sentence. 今晚會掛3號風球. 今晚 means tonight. 會 will. 掛 to host. 3號風球 is strong wind signal number 3. It's a typhoon signal. In Hong Kong, we will have typhoon every year. And the typhoon signal can give information that how strong the typhoon is. The lowest signal is 1號風球, which is number 1 standby signal. And when the typhoon gets stronger, then will increase to number 3, the strong wind signal. And number 8 is the gale and storm signal. And the highest typhoon signal is 10號風球, the hurricane signal number 10. Okay, back to the sentence. 天文台話今晚會掛3號風球 means the observatory said the number 3 signal will be issued tonight. Let's see one more example. 新聞話紅磡隧道塞緊車. Okay, we have the speech marker 話 here to say, and the source is 新聞 news. And information given is 紅磡隧道塞緊車. 紅磡 is a place in Hong Kong. 隧道 means tunnel. 塞緊車 having traffic jam. 塞車 is have traffic jam. So 新聞話紅磡隧道塞緊車 means according to the news, there's a traffic jam in the Hong Kong tunnel. We have mentioned 話 itself is a verb originally, and here is another verb that is similar to 話, which means 講. 講 and 話, both of them are verbs, and both of them means to say or to speak or to tell. Okay, they have the same meaning, but for usage, for function, is a little bit different. Okay, first, both 話 and 講 can use as a verb itself, and both of them can use as the speech marker. They both can stay a crow to stay a speech that people say. Okay, but For usage, 話 is more often to use to state the quote or to use in report a statement. So 話 always add before the sentence. And 講 is always only used to forming verb phrases with nouns. For example, 講嘢 to say something. Okay, 講故事 to tell a story. When we are forming verb phrases in Cantonese, we will use the verb 講 more often than 話. Okay, if you want to form a verb phrase using 話 before the noun, okay, the meaning of 話 will become to scold or to complain something, such as 媽媽琴日話我. That means mom told me off yesterday. So for the word 話, originally is a verb that means to say, to talk or to tell. And when you form a verb phrase with a noun, the meaning will become to complain or to scold something, and also is a speech marker to help us to state the quote that people said or to report a speech. Okay, here's the third sample sentence. 今晚會落雪，不如我哋早啲返屋企。In this sentence, we will talk about the conjunction 不如。不如 is used to give suggestion or to express tentativeness. The first clause before 不如 is a condition, such as in the sample sentence, 今晚會落雪。今晚 means tonight, and 會落雪 will snow. After 不如 is the suggestion given according to the condition. Here in the sample sentence is 我哋早啲返屋企。我哋 we 早啲 earlier 返屋企 go home. So 今晚會落雪，不如我哋早啲返屋企。It will snow tonight, so how about we go home earlier? So it's a suggestion. And in conversation, in dialogue, the condition and 不如 is always not in the same sentence, such as in this dialogue. Like A said, 今日夜晚想食咩? What do you want to eat tonight? And then B replied, 食牛扒, fancy some steak. And A said, 我唔食牛, I don't eat beef. And then B give a suggestion, 咁不如食海鮮. How about having seafood instead? So here the problem for A is he or she don't eat beef. So B give an alternative suggestion. So the function of 不如 can be someone subtly reject something and then tentatively propose an alternative. Now we're going to talk about the last sample sentence of the day. 聽日會落雨喎. In this sentence, we will talk about the sentence final particle 喎. Because it's a sentence final particle, so of course it's a tone word to help us to express the tone. Its function is to emphasize or to remind the information that given in the sentence. For example, 聽日會落雨喎 here. 聽日 means tomorrow. 會落雨 will rain. 聽日會落雨 means tomorrow will rain. Okay, it's a simple sentence. And adding word at the end of the sentence is giving the tone to remind something. Remind it will rain. 聽日會落雨喎 It's going to rain tomorrow, you know. One more example. 老闆今日唔喺公司喎. 老闆 means boss. 今日 today 唔喺公司 is not in the office. 老闆今日唔喺公司 is a simple sentence, and then adding 和 after it is to remind the fact. So 老闆今日唔喺公司喎. The boss isn't in office today. Okay, we finished all the sentence structure today. In this lesson, we have talked about the usage of 會. Okay, 會 can use as the future action or prediction marker, and also can use to describe typical behavior or probable situations. After that, we have the usage of the speech marker 話 and the sentence conjunction to state the alternative suggestion. And lastly, we have the sentence final particle 和, which giving reminder of the sentence. Here's the end of today's lesson. Thank you for watching. If you have any question, just feel free to drop me a message. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.